back with another episode
Yeah.
of FYM with Ty and Yo. That's my man
Yeah.
Ty. Yo. This is our new live series where we kind of get together bi-weekly and talk about current events. Uh, I was talking to Ty earlier, and he was very interested in talking about rollouts on this episode. And I just seen a clip of Tyler, the Creator, talking about rollouts, where he says that sometimes artists design handcuffs, kind of stopping them from releasing music because they're too precious with what they have, or they have all these big ideas and it just holds them back from dropping music. So Ty, have you seen, what Tyler was talking about, and how do you feel about artists considering what to do when it comes to rollouts and things of that nature?
Man, it's a loaded question, right? I think Tyler, he sits in a different pocket where he always got rollouts,
Yeah.
always. Even what he don't consider a rollout is a rollout,
Yeah.
right? So I think what he is more so speaking about is don't let the lack of marketing ideas stop you from putting the music out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, in his position, he's on the road, he's on the tour for one album, and then he drops a new album, new creative vision, new brand right in the middle of the tour. And I'm saying middle, I don't know how if the tour is almost done, whatever the case might be. But I do agree that there is a large amount of artists that are holding themselves back by being too precious with the art, or they're just, overthinking it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's just something that I think that's more so, what Tyler was speaking about, and not just specifically thinking about the rollout plan because, you
Mm-hmm.
know, putting your music out and talking about it to fans every single day can be deemed a marketing strategy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even Tyler's tweets, him being online and kind of being very vocal about his opinions on things, draws people to the album. And to your point
Yeah,
about
100%.
him dropping an album in the middle of the tour, that's kind of cool because it doesn't feel like he spent 5-6 years working on this album specifically. Like, nah, it feels like I recorded this, I like it, I got a new look, I got a new vibe, here it is.
Mhm.
And
And
people are
guess what?
attracted to that.
And the truth of the matter is, most artists probably would appreciate hearing that from Tyler
Mm-hmm.
because most artists record music and then they're finished with it, but the fans don't hear it until like a year later,
Right.
right? So it can kind of have them more excited about this concept. Like, man, I can get these ideas out right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where I can think if artists start to realize what a new music artist is, the new music artist is a content creator.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like it is what it is. Like you try to fight against it if you want to. The new artist is a content creator. So what that means is if you're constantly creating content around your career, around your craft, when you just automatically roll out a project in the midst of you talking about your craft, your creativity, your life, like content creating,
Mm-hmm.
that album just boosts your value of your conversation. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I think that is the part of what Tyler was talking about that was so like wrong. It's like, yo, get the
Mm-hmm.
music out because you need to be talking about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right,
best
right,
marketing
right.
plan is the artist talking about it. Ain't no marketing plan better than the artist talking about their music consistently. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, you know?
So that's something that crossed my mind is good marketing, great communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like, to your point about content creation, Tyler has been a content creator since he first started dropping. Like his albums had a look, they had a feeling, a vibe. He had names for being a director. He had personalities for every album. So these are things that just added to the conversation to his projects.
Yeah.
But what makes a great rollout to you, Ty?
I think what makes a great rollout to me is being thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, it's not about spending the most money, it's about being thoughtful
Mm-hmm.
to your fans, right? Being considerate of your fans. So if you know the last project I put out was my most popular project,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm gonna roll out the next project that's gonna be similar to my last project. I'm going to think about how do I shout my fans out through my art. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
figure out how can I get my fans involved with the sharing of this story. I'm gonna figure out how I can get my fans to be my army of content creators, right? If I'm an
Mm-hmm.
artist that's more of an introvert, I'm gonna reach out to my fans and say, hey, can y'all help me? You know, I'm struggling with this new era of what artists are supposed to be and what artists are supposed to do. Could you all help me with creating this content? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Send me fan stuff. Send me videos of when I was performing. Like I'll go live with different fans and they can chop up the content. And I want to be able to post it across my socials, 4 and 5 times a day. But I need y'all help because I'm struggling with that part of it. And in return, I'm gonna shout you out. I'm gonna give you credits on my social media team. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
a I'm a be thoughtful,
Right,
So
right,
for
right.
me, when I think about rolling out marketing and attaching myself to it, I'm trying to figure out what's the most thoughtful way that I can kind of get a fan in the door. And that way being so thoughtful, it keeps them there. And it keeps them there for as long as I want to do the art. And so to me, that's what a good rollout is. That's what a great rollout is to be thoughtful through your strategies on how you interact with your fans.
I really like the Metro Boomin rollout right now for a futuristic summer. Have you seen what Metro's been doing?
Nah, I seen when he first dropped the first video, but I haven't seen it since.
Bro, he has like a fake MySpace page where he introduced all of the credits for the features. He had a
Hmm.
song streaming like it's like a MySpace page. Like everything about it was very like nostalgic and kind of puts the listener back in the space where they might have first heard Young LA or J Money or Waka Flocka
Right, right,
Flav.
right.
Like he's building the world to make you feel like you're back in 2009, 2010. And,
Okay,
that's
okay.
obviously a little bit more expensive, but I also think it's kind of simple having the idea. Like I know I
Yeah,
want people to go to this page. I want people to have this experience. And it already has people talking about that time period as if it's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm back on
yeah.
MySpace. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's as simple as having an idea that people can relate to.
Relatability in your marketing strategy is important as well because if it's so far gone or it's so expensive, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It can kind of have you, a little thrown off. I mean, just think about it. Beyonce doing Cowboy Carter and Beyonce decides that she's gonna go to every rodeo in the world
Mm-hmm.
for her rollout.
Right,
She's
right,
gonna
right.
go and she's gonna appear. I'm finished Cowboy Carter's tour. The final part of my rollout is that you're gonna see the beehive at all the rodeos.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And now, you're giving this tipping your hat to like cowboy culture, that world, and you're bringing people in to be educated. Another part about rollouts, I think I really like is when I'm educating, when I'm learning about something new through
Mm-hmm.
your art. So if you're thoughtful, you're educating me, right? And then if there is like a creativity, like just something just creative, and you don't take a lot of money to be creative. I think that's kind of like what Tyler was talking about. It's like just get it out. Like we can talk about it and we can, go into these different aspects of it. But I do think that is dope that Metro is kind of like pulling from what inspired him to kind of
Mm-hmm.
get to this point in his life, and what that really meant overall in his journey.
Absolutely. I want to ask you, as someone who has helped on rollouts from a marketing perspective, is there anything in your like history as a marketer, as someone has helped rollouts, that you were like, I really like that me and my team were able to execute that idea?
Man, I think the most funniest thing was we had Fuck the World
Mm-hmm.
coming. And I can't remember if it was for the single or for the album, but we was able to land a, banner on Pornhub. So it was like fuck the world. And it was like this marketing on Pornhub. And I thought like that shit was like the most fire thing. Cause I was just like, yo, no R&B artist is like promoting their music on Pornhub, bro. where it makes sense, not just
Right.
where it's out of tact. Like you hear the first record, I'm gonna walk in erection, and then you click on the joint and you go on porn. Don't you know how many
Bro.
views Pornhub gets
Millions.
daily?
Yeah.
Right. That
That's
was one
funny.
thing that I really liked. And then another one, we was doing like our version of the for your consideration Grammy kind of
Mhm.
rollout. We had built this visual, and it was like Brent was holding a phone and he was sitting down. It was like a yellow background, and it had doing it for the gram, but it
Mhm.
really said doing it for the Grammys. But we spray painted out the Y and the M, and we put billboards up. And then the reason why we ended up putting billboards up because we wanted to advertise in Billboard magazine, but the Grammys blocked it, saying that we didn't have the license to use the Grammys like this.
Oh.
So they blocked us. So I like fuck it. I just started putting billboards up around LA of the same
That is
creative.
hard. That is hard.
But yeah, so it's like those type of moments. Another moment was, it was like Brent was like, I want to do pop-ups in every city. And we was like, bro, I think we might need like security or like a permit. And he was like, so we found like boutiques in each city that like fuck with him. And he would just drop these pins on socials
Mhm.
where the address is gonna be at, and then bro, it would be like nuts how many people would be there. And we would pull up in
Right.
like the white Bentley truck in every city. And then, it was one of those things where it was bring idea. I was like, yo, this thing about to have us. We about to get locked. We about to get shut some shit down. Police gonna come. But we was able to execute them in New York, Atlanta, LA, London,
Mhm.
and got really great content about it. Um, but man, it's been so many ideas that we wasn't able to execute, not because we couldn't execute them. It was like we had to have enough time. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing about overly creative marketing ideas. You do need the time.
Mhm. With that said, Ty, how much time between the completion of your project and the beginning of your rollout makes sense?
I mean, I always like to think about 6 months, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm very, very firm on, hey, bro, you spend a year working on this art, man. I don't want to just throw it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an art to marketing,
Mhm.
right? And so I'm listening and I'm experiencing you making it. And once it's finished and we got everything, let's really plan this out. You don't have to do it for every rollout, but we want
Mhm.
to do it for those things where you might have like you have went through deep trauma, anxiety, breakup. Like this album probably saved your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We want to make sure that we're doing our part by hugging it and saying, "Yo, we finna really put some effort into this, even if none of it translate, but at least we can say we took the time." So if I can get the music and then start planning 6 months out, where I know that the project could be out in 6 months or the project could be out in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I like that. At the minimum, 3 months from when I get it, I want to have the album out in 3 months. As soon as I get it, if no matter how many singles you want to do, I want to have the album out in 3 months. Because I like to work in quarters. So that's
Mhm.
why you hear me say three or you hear me say six. Because if I can create momentum for the first quarter of the rollout, I feel like it'll cross over to the second quarter
Mhm.
and then the third quarter, and then you might have a viral moment, you might not. By the third or the fourth quarter, you should be on the road or doing some type of touring anyway. So I like to minimum have 3 months with all of this shit in my hand.
Something that I'm kind of hearing from you is that you balance like in real life promotion and online marketing. How
Yeah.
important is it to find that balance?
I think it's very important because everybody is living life and following artists based on the life that they live. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like from way before the internet. So when Hove was rapping about selling drugs or popping Cristal or whatever it is, or T.I. was like Rubber Band Man, like when you see their life, you're like, man, this is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm always gonna be like, shit, I want to live this life. You know what I'm saying? Like I want them to feel like, man, they really living. Because that's the
Mhm.
art that you're putting together. And it don't have to be expensive. It can be how Castanet and his homies are. Like they all together, like
Mhm.
just that marketing, using that into like when you see them in real life at the sitting down at the Denny's, or you see them sitting down at the Waffle House, but it's all of them. You take that video and you put that online, and you Castanet and his homies at Waffle House and that, and it's a thing where people when they walk, they what they see online is what they see in real life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that experience. I like to know, like when I hear Future saying Magic City, I'm the owner. And when I'm in Magic City and I see Future in Magic City, it make me just really believe
Yeah. Yeah.
that, he might be the owner. You know what I'm
He
saying?
might be the owner.
I don't know. But I for me, marketing is a full blown bodily experience, right? So like if somebody, I used to always say when I was moving around traveling this worldwide tie, and people would see me everywhere, I'm like, I wouldn't even feel comfortable being no worldwide nothing if I wasn't traveling the way I was traveling. You
Got
know
you.
what I'm saying? So I'm a big firm believer in whatever your reality really is, find the uniqueness of it, film that shit, put it online. So when people see you in real life, like when they see Trinidad with all the goals and shit, they see him in real life. Oh, and then when you like Trinidad a tall nigga, so you're like, oh, this nigga tall too. So it brings the myth alive. You know what I'm saying? It's no
100%.
different than like when you see when you see I think the best example for me is like the nigga for real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I told KP one time, me and KP was talking. I'm like, yo, you niggas for real, y'all got that Bible biblical skincare routine. You niggas out of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see Pharrell in real life, that nigga look young in real life.
Yeah.
So you see him on camera, you see him doing interviews, and you see him with the gold teeth, but he look like he 24. And everybody know this nigga in his late 40s, right? It's real life. When you go see Usher concert in real life and you see this nigga 47 years old skating backwards and shit and fucking singing, but then when you see it online, you're just like, man, is this even real?
Right.
Then when you go in
Uh,
real life, you're like, oh shit. It makes you more of a believer. I remember we was having a show in Boston, and I heard these girls, it's like 250 people. It's like 2018. Heard these girls be like, oh my God, he sounds just like the record. He even sounds better. Right. And I'm just sitting behind them. I'm like, that's crazy that that's even a thing.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, URL to IRL, URL to IRL, all that shit for me, I'm not gonna do no marketing where I can't get outside with it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Ty, last time we did the stream, it wasn't around the same time as the Coldplay fiasco. I don't know if you saw
No, but
that. The
I did see it.
CEO that was caught
Yes.
with the affair. I want to
Yes.
ask you, do you think bad press is sometimes the best marketing?
I think bad press is marketing, but it can, depending on what it is. I mean, listen, I don't agree with this, but for whatever reason, the humans that listen to this music, at least I can speak for the US. Somebody get locked up, somebody get now if somebody died, I can understand like the spikes or whatever the case may be. But R. Kelly is fucking a pedophile. Prove it. And I don't care if he's black. I don't care how great the nigga is. You know what I'm saying?
But he'll have a
Yeah, like
spike in people streaming his music during the Surviving R. Kelly documentary
1000%.
series. So I see what you're saying. You're saying just like sometimes negative things create sensationalism.
And I don't get it. I don't get how somebody music can spike when they're on trial for being, pedophile. They pissing on 13 or 15, so however, I don't
But
understand
you
that.
but you're not wrong though. I never quite understood it. And I think you were kind of alluding to like if somebody gets arrested for anything, any type of
Yeah,
arrest, you get
yeah,
arrested for marijuana and people are gonna go because you're gonna get so many headlines, right? Like there's websites that will never cover somebody's music until something bad happens. Now
right,
you all over the websites, you all over the blogs. So there
right.
is something about, and I guess that's why I asked about it being considered marketing because you could be doing everything right, right? You could be proper on time with your rollouts. You could have good music, but people won't spread your name until it's something negative attached to it.
Crazy. I just seen an article. I seen an article like maybe like last week, a week, this past weekend. A few people sent it to me, but the homie Marcus Morris,
Mm-hmm.
the twin, like bruh, always been solid to me. Like so, when I seen that he got caught up in some fraud, I looked at it, I was
Yeah.
like, so that don't even look right. But then when he posted about what happened, I was like, oh, that makes sense now. Like, because it didn't even really look right. But I'm pretty sure that press kind of like sat with him in a bad way. But he's not making music, right? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Yeah.
he's like, he's on TV, he's doing broadcasting. Him and his brother got a podcast, whatever the case might
Mm-hmm.
be. But like, I was just interested in like the concept of like, whoa, wait a minute, fraud. That don't even make sense. Like it was so outlandish that I
Mm-hmm.
was like, how bro get locked up for fraud? But when he broke it down and explained it to me, I was like, oh man, that ain't really. When he explained it not to me, but I was looking at it online.
Right,
I haven't
right,
even
right.
spoken to him yet. But I was gonna reach out, but I didn't really know what was what. But it was interesting. But that's a case of bad press where it's
Mm-hmm.
literally you get locked up because of whatever it is, and then the 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 the, the internet start telling your story before
Mm-hmm.
you can actually
Mm-hmm.
tell it, right? And
Yep.
so the Coldplay thing, the thing about the Coldplay thing to me was just like, if I'm a CEO
Mm-hmm.
of a $1 billion entity,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing them kind of games with no marriage. Boy, that folk, boy, you get
Stupid games, stupid prizes.
them stupid games, stupid. But you getting full blown, yeah, wifey finna be lit with your dumb ass decisions. You
You
know what I'm
know?
saying?
You know?
Like I just don't. I'm I'm so much conscious about I'm not even married, but
Mm-hmm.
I think about this. I think about, man, I'm not finna mess up like my peaceful situation because I want to have some side joint or whatever the case might be. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of crazy. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? When I think about those kind of aspects of it, it's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna flex.
No, I mean, I thought it was kind of crazy just thinking about you build yourself up in a company where you're at the CEO level, right? Like you don't get that high by accident. You work very hard to get to that point of any
1,000%.
type of profession. Why would you risk that in any capacity, right? Even if you're thinking no one's going to see us, because that's the thing, right? He just assumed no one was going to see them.
Oh, we had Coldplay. This, how many people? 13,000, 14,000 people, whatever, 30, whatever the number is. No way they're gonna see us.
Not a chance, right? He did not leave their hotel or their Airbnb that night thinking that I'm gonna wake up to 70 million people looking at me and the HR lady. Not a chance. Not a
Oh, she went in
chance.
HR?
Bro, she was the head of HR.
Oh, that's how they had been on working their set. That's
See,
crazy.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they must have felt really comfortable about whatever the situation was. But once you take something in the public eye, right? You're out in public at this point. You had Coldplay. But it was how
Crazy.
fast it spread for me, Ty. There's a lot of bad things that happen in the world that people get online and it goes viral. But the video had 70 million views on the TikTok. And then
So
had like, go ahead.
let me tell you something, man. People don't like cheaters.
Nah, I don't.
Like, especially if they already feel like, oh, you're a man, oh, you already a CEO, oh, you think you can do anything and get away with it. You're gonna do like they people
Yeah.
don't really fuck with that, in my opinion, right? I think that, this concept that everybody just cool with, what's the word, adultery or cheating
Yeah.
on your wife, like people, I think that it's like a very serious thing in like the communities around. That's why bro got so much heat from it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
It's like you got, I mean, it's like an underlining thing where it can affect you in your company growth. You like publicly out cheating with your wife, and you're doing
Right.
it with somebody that you like oversee. That's such a huge lawsuit. Did he get punished by the company or something?
He had to resign.
Get the fuck out of
He had
here,
to resign. You didn't know this? He resigned,
man.
and
You
he
know me, man.
resigned.
I be sub stacking and
Yeah.
goofing, man.
we're gonna
Like them folks,
we're gonna talk about
them
Substack.
folks.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy. He had to
but he
resign,
had to resign. He
man.
had to resign, and she had to resign.
They messed up two checks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he
And
probably gonna get the file the divorce.
but you know that the company has already started rolling out videos and stuff, kind of reintroducing themselves. I'll send it to
Let
you.
me reintroduce myself.
Yo, they wasted no time. That's why I was like, well, they're using this bad press almost as good press, or at least good marketing, because I didn't know about Astronomer before that. I had no idea who this company was. Now I see their videos online, and it's like, oh shit, y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's
Might
a
as well.
reboot, you
Might
know?
as well.
So,
Yeah, take advantage of the opportunity. You embarrass us, we embarrass you.
but,
Eye
but,
for an eye.
but on
Kiss cam for a kiss cam. But you know to be fired if they go strike a deal with Coldplay and sponsor the kiss cam moving forward.
bro,
That's what I would do. If
bro,
I was their marketing, I'd be like, yo, get Coldplay on the phone. We sponsoring their kiss cam for the rest of their touring.
Ty, the person they got as the like spokesperson for the video is Coldplay's like Chris Martin's ex-wife. Yo, they're going crazy. They're going crazy. They're going crazy.
I
Like
love it.
the
Oh, I love
marketing,
some good
the
marketing.
marketing, the marketing is working. The marketing is marketing. I'm gonna send you the clip
I
later.
love some. You
Yeah.
know who I love? That got some great marketing. Dolce. I
Yeah.
love some Dolce,
Yeah.
but Dolce marketing be going crazy. You
Talk
see her
about it.
Glassboro performance?
Yes. Yes. But
Give me
talk
some
about it.
more brothers. More umbrellas. I was like, oh, Shawty, she ain't playing. She not playing. She gonna be around for a while. She gonna be around for a while.
Does she give you like Tyler vibes as far as like how
Oh
creative her
yeah,
marketing is?
1000%, 1000%. Love it, love it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Bob was going to mention that another concert series that's going viral for positive reasons is SeaWorld. SeaWorld in
Yes,
San
SeaWorld.
Diego has started to bring in like acts from the 90s and the 2000s, like Fat Joe, Soldier Boy, Lil Bow Bow, Ashanti, Genuine, to do concerts at SeaWorld. And
Yep.
they said that they did it to bring in more like attendance, but they're
Right.
catching like these online viral moments because people are just stunned
Metro
and
need to
taking
take
photos.
advantage of it.
Yeah.
Metro need to
Oh
go
yeah.
ahead and just make that thing his album release and bring
Take it to
right
SeaWorld.
Roscoe Dash,
Oh
bring
yeah.
all
Yeah.
of them 90
Yeah.
Atlanta rock. Metro need to go ahead and just follow suit. Go on to see where that thing and be telling you, have
You're not
Dungeon
wrong.
Family and SeaWorld.
That is good marketing, Ty. That would be amazing marketing. Go ahead
They
and
go
make that
great.
collab.
Might as
Um,
well hit him on the phone.
but I mean, and they're doing it from like July 12th to August 23rd. So like they have a run of show, bro,
Prime
for the whole
time, bro.
summer. So I just wanted to highlight SeaWorld. I feel like they on their Red Lobster resurgence right now, where it's just like
That real lost.
some
I
good
seen it and
marketing.
I was like, that gang gang and thing. I was like, oh no. I sent it to PK. I sent it to PK on the DM. He's like, hey, bro, you gotta chill.
But it's exciting though, man. It's like, oh, I would have never guessed they gonna
I'm
feature
like,
on
let me see that thing. Ooh, nah. I was like, oh, boy, they done brought it back to Skate Town,
They
boy.
did. Oh, shout out to Skate Town. But that's the energy right now this summer, man. People trying to have fun. It's a fun summer.
Man,
Just
man,
don't.
nobody will have a man. Listen, man. I knew, I knew off of, I want to say late 2020, early 2023. I said that dark shit over. Nobody want to talk about this dark shit no more, man. Motherfucker want to have fun, man.
Yeah.
Want to have fun. People want to be in love. Want to have fun, man. Nobody want to care about all that other stuff. They want to have fun. They don't want to hear about no more depression and this dark stuff. You're gonna see. That's why you've been seeing so much of the resurgence of like like the indie rock genre and
Mm-hmm.
blues and country. You know, at one point, country wasn't even competing in the streaming world.
Not at all.
I was talking about country artists from the way that was from like 2018 to like 2021. Nobody was talking about country, bro.
Not at all. It was rap,
Hip
R and
hop,
B,
it
and
dominated. It
soul.
wasn't even that much pop. You know what I'm saying? It was the
Not really.
DJs going crazy, whatever, man. But you know,
But you see how it then came back around, and people's interest. I agree with you. I think people trying to feel uplifted right now.
oh
It's
yeah,
it's hard. It's hot. Why do I want to hear about how bad everything is?
people want to
Like,
praise God and dance. That's what people want to do. Praise
amen.
God and dance, man.
That's why
Tap on that glass, man.
I was about to say Tyler did the dance album. But I wanted to ask you, Ty, you get into Substack now, right? What is
Oh
the
yeah,
inspiration behind that, and how did you
yeah,
get
yeah,
into
man.
the platform to build
Yeah, man.
community?
You know what I'm saying? I jumped in the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying?
The transport
I
portal,
jumped in
okay.
the transfer portal, man. I transferred from Twitter rants to the culture playbook Substack. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I be having a lot of shit going on in my head, bro. I be
Yeah,
having to get it out.
I was about to say we haven't had like a great tyrant, like see really getting into it. Like, what is on your mind?
Man, you gotta almost hit that Substack. I ain't gonna flex.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
they call it, a
Hey.
shameless plug.
Uh-huh.
But like I got this series I'm doing called History Will Automate Itself.
Uh-huh.
And it's a 12-part series. I started dropping it. I think it's gonna drop every Thursday starting August 7th. But it's just this thing about it's just a playoff for history repeats itself,
Uh-huh.
right? So it's basically history will automate itself. And it's a 12-part series and it's just breaking down 12 different parts.
Uh-huh.
Um, another thing that I wrote about was women, like this whole concept about the things that women are supposed to be held up to do. So it's
Uh-huh.
like these like I feel like women are superheroes or superhuman. I'm like, bro, you wait a minute. So you supposed to clean, cook, take care of the kid, have the sex, look good, and like be emotionally present for a nigga that got low self-esteem. Like, bro, that sounds like a lot. I'd be single if I was y'all. I ain't gonna flex. I'll be a single baddie out here, boy, before I commit to all of that. But that sounds like work, boy. And they got to deal with they bodily feel like they cycle and stuff every month. Man. So I wrote a whole article about that on Substack.
For real? I'm gonna give it a
Mhm.
read. How often you
Yeah.
plan on publishing on Substack?
So I'm doing a breakdown of Culture Playbook,
Sweet.
Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, I take one chapter and I break down Monday through Thursday. So I just
Mm-hmm.
dropped one today. So Monday through Thursday for the next, I don't know, like, let me see, for the next 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for 12 weeks, Monday through
All right.
Thursday. So every Monday through Thursday at 12, a piece drops about the culture playbook. And I told you 12-part series about history
Fire.
with Auto Peter Self. And I got this series that I'm doing on my notes every day. That's kind of like this membership series. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm a member of like I wake up in the morning with these things on my to-do list, but I never get to them. Like who's a part of that membership club?
Ah, okay.
And
Okay.
so it's like who's a
That's
part of
hard.
that membership series. So like that's things I just post like on the fly. And
That's
then I
hard.
just talk about just random shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's like a it's like a more advanced Twitter that you
Mm-hmm.
can actually benefit and you can build community off of it and you can actually talk and you can read. Like I'm
Yeah,
not gonna be over there and see like some booty shaking and like world
that's true.
star fights, you know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
That's why I ain't even heard about none of the shit that like I'm so deep in Substack, I don't even really see the
Yeah.
wild shit that be going on
It's not
because
a
I be
it's not a place full of drama. Substack is not where
nah,
you
bro.
take your drama.
I'm going between Substack and LinkedIn, like you know what I'm saying, and YouTube. Check on Funky Money. I'm still on Instagram because I repost our client stuff and things of that nature. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm not working, I'm like on my Substack, like looking at like, dang, well, I'm gonna write a story about this.
Fire.
Oh man, my lawyer had a funny conversation. I'm gonna write a story about this. And I just started building out these different ideas. So I got about 15 posts scheduled over the next like
Crazy.
3 weeks. Hold on, let me see how many I got scheduled for real.
Well, we'll make sure we have the Substack link in the YouTube description so people can subscribe. Because obviously, if you know Ty got something to say. So check
Yeah, I
out the
definitely got something to
Substack.
say.
Check out the Substack. Is there anything else you want to?
So I got nine scheduled and I got 9 in the draft. So I got
Fire.
9 loaded, I got 9.
Yeah. But ready to go. All right. So what's tomorrow's story about?
Tomorrow's story is, let me see, tomorrow's story is why your apartment choices determines your financial future. Plus the spending audit that'll shock you.
Oh,
So yeah, so that thing dropped
okay.
tomorrow at 12, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Eastern time, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, yeah.
I know what chapter in the book that's about. So I've
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah, yeah.
enjoyed. Yeah. No, that
So I'm just repurposing it, trying to drive people to the
as you
book. You know
should.
what I'm
As you
saying?
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you linking to the book in the stories in the post?
Actually, the link for the actual website is in the post, is in the profile, but
Okay.
I'm not really linking it into the actual book. Still getting that part of it together.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
also driving people to the Substack, and then what I am gonna do when we drop volume 2, like I told you, I'm working on like this mini course that'll go with the book.
Yeah.
And then it'll kind of like all coincide where the Substack promotes that, promotes. So we're like building like I call it a smart educated circle. You know what I'm saying?
Smart educated circle.
So we kind of avoid like the nonsense that goes on online. Like,
Mhm.
probably use it from a marketing perspective, but like people that's gonna come and really sit down and read this shit, like these posts not short. This ain't no video. These not videos. These are photos and reading. Like it ain't
Yeah.
no getting
Yeah.
to it quickly. You gotta actually read. And some people might have questions, some people might not. You know what I mean? But I fuck with it, so I don't really care what nobody else. You know me. I'm just trying to get my ideas out. However it goes, it goes.
As you should. I have one more question for you, Ty. To your point about it being like longer essays, is there a difference between how you can build community through short form content versus long form content?
I think short form content drives people to want to know more about your long form content.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I dropped a video on Instagram like 4 minutes long, and
Mm-hmm.
people was hitting me like, "Hey, where the rest of it at?" And I'm like, "That is it. It ain't that was just a random like there. It wasn't like me. I don't have no longer form. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think short form content have drives people. I mean, listen, AI is developing a world where your personal brand is going to be more important, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are an expert in anything, you should write about it. One of my good homies for I don't know for a long time named Julian Mitchell. He said experts write. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so I feel like I have come into so much information throughout this journey that I'm an expert in certain areas, specifically and especially when they talk about the music business and taking risk. At this point, I'm like expert level risk taker from this perspective, right? And so I want to be able to just put this content out so that people can kind of have more courage and have more be brave. They probably won't take the same risk, but getting some of this information and reading it and being like, damn, I never even thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm living my life moving forward as an expert, and experts right. And they sit down, they learn, they critique themselves, they get better at grammar, they get better at, you know, troubleshooting. They use the tools that they have to make their ideas come alive, and then they don't wait on people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Say that. Well, Ty, we at the 40-minute mark. Is there anything you want to add?
nope.
No. All right. Well, then that's another episode of FIM with Ty and
Yep,
Yo. Hope you
yep.
guys check in with us. We'll have another live stream, not next week, but the week after. And we got another episode of FIM dropping next week. So, we got plenty of content coming. Please tap in with us. And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Ciao. Bow, 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 bow.